everybody, welcome back to another episode of Kanushi's Corner. I'm Kanushi, and today we're going to be looking at this here Final Fantasy XIII Custom Starter Set. So, uh, if you have played Final Fantasy XIII or like Final Fantasy XIII, this might be a good place to get into the Final Fantasy trading card game for you if you're thinking about buying this. I hope this video helped you on that. You can find this bad boy for $25 to $30 between like Amazon, local trading card game shops. You know, they usually have it for somewhere around there. Comes with the pre-con deck, a 50 card construction side deck, a starter guide, and a customization guide to tell you how to customize it. The full thing pretty much is recyclable, so that's cool. I don't really... I played a little of the first 13, and I was like, about it, so I never really went back to the others. I do plan on doing a Final Fantasy stream thing, where I'm slowly going through all of them. I kind of started it a long time ago, but never finished, and I sort of want to go back to that. Anyway, so right here we've got the starter guide, as you can see. It's pretty cool. Tells you how to play the game. What is the Final Fantasy trading card game, how the stuff works, how the what the card types are, how they work, what a forward, backup, monster summon are, important points, different elements, how to make a deck, how to dull backups, kind of like lands in MTG, making the different points, casting the different spells, what the different key ability word things do. Let's look all the different ones, and that is cool. The Saz, the Sarah, just seeing the look at this little chocobo. We'll get to that card. I'm sure it's in here. And if it's not in here, criminals. That's so cute. We got the field zones here. It tells you all that good stuff. How to play the game, how the stack works, setting the game up, doing attacks and battles. You get 7 life. It's a really cool game. If you're thinking about getting into it, I hope this video helps you decide, or if you want this product, or that you just like watching my videos. Be sure to like, comment, all that stuff. Let me know what you think about them. Or don't like, I don't know, whatever. So this is the customization guide. We're going to go over this real quick. So the deck itself starts off, it looks like, as a fire and lightning deck. That's appropriate, because lightning. And then you have some ice and other fire and lightning cards to kind of throw in there. The base deck has 23 forwards, 18 backups, and 9 summons. You can... I'm going to read the basic theme. You can use 19-138S Lightning. In this deck, that would be this one, I'm guessing, the face card. And she only needs to be on the field to trigger a plethora of different abilities each time a category 13 forward attacks, such as enhancing other forwards, replenishing the player's hand, and inflicting direct damage on the opponent. Use cards like 19-129S Vanille and 19-137S Hope to search out and deploy forwards, then make rapid consecutive attacks to secure victory. So it's a very aggro deck, really wants you to get in there and attack. So let's flip it over to the back. So the fire and ice customization, you're going to swap the cards out like this, and this version uses fire and ice to pick apart the opponent's plan by dealing direct damage using the fire cards and obstructing using the ice ones. Fang can be used in combination with Bahamut or Brynhildr to remove blockers and inflict great damage on the opponent. You can also get around forwards that cannot be defeated through damage by using things like Snow and Orphan to dull them. So yeah, it's kind of like a little more control and blow up oriented with the fire to kind of get in there and seal the deal for some unblockable stuff. Now we have the Ice Lightning. The Ice Lightning deck is designed to create a formidable battle line that is tough for opponents to deal with by using various search abilities to line up forwards, then protect them with Snow and Mog 13-2. It's this little guy right here. And you defend your trump cards such as Lightning and Sid Reigns enhanced with a damage 5 ability to secure the guaranteed victory. So this is a little more like I like to play, set up a wall of creatures, kind of wait it out, and then strike at the right moment. That's pretty cool. Let's go over the cards. So we've got the base deck and then the enhancement deck. So I'm going to go ahead and let's crack into the base deck first, and we'll see what's going on with that. My mortal enemy, the pull tab. Okay, here we go. Cool. It is. Also, I just would like to say here's the lightning, and then I went to this pre-release and I got these cool lightning sleeves that I'm going to use for this deck. So I think that's appropriate. You know, I still love Final Fantasy, even if I wasn't a huge fan of the game. I like the aesthetic. I think the story, with all like the crystal sacrification, is cool. People giving up themselves for other people, stories of unity, tales of time, and it's really cool. That is a beautiful card. Let's get a good. Let's turn the camera in. The light in towards the camera. There we go. Really gorgeous close up there of the lightning. How about that? So this is a 7K haste for 2. It is a light monster, so you can only have one of those on the field at a time. So if you put down this lightning, you can't have any more. Whenever, or dark monsters. So when one or more category 13 forwards attack, all of the forwards gain 1,000 attack points until end of turn. If two or more forwards of category 13 attack, also draw a card. If three or more, deal 1 point of damage to your opponent. And you're going to get 2 of that. Vanille here. Whenever this enters, you may search for a lightning, fang, or hope added to your hand. That's pretty good. She also has this skill that during this turn, if a forward and opponent controls is dealt damage, double the damage instead. That's pretty good. And then deal 2k to all the forwards your opponent controls. You're going to get 3 of her. Here's a fang. This is really cute. Very cute art there. Fang has a haste. It's a 8k for 4. That's pretty good. Whenever it attacks during this turn, the cost required to cast your next card, Bahamut, is reduced by 2. So that's cool. She summons out Bahamut. It's a little easier. And then if you cast a fire summon, you can reactivate Fang. And then Fang gains, if it deals damage to your opponent, the damage becomes 2 until the end of turn. So that's really cool. You can like attack, get out a Bahamut summon, reactivate, attack again. And that's vicious. That's aggro. I love it. Okay, so that's 3. Then we have a Caius. Whenever this enters, you may play one character of cost 3 or less from your hand onto the field. That's good. So it can like bump out a guy for you. I like that. And whenever this put from the field into the break zone, select one character you control, put it into the break zone. So yeah, that can that's rough. So if he gets blown up, he's another you have to sack 2 dudes. Here it is. Look at it. It's so cute. Look at him. Get in on that. Come on, camera. Help me out here. Do the thing. Come on. If you would like to help me with a camera that focuses better, there we go. Look at how cute he is. Look at him. You can like leave a comment, send me a message, help me out. I'm trying to find a better one. I want to try to get the best, most high resolution captures I can possible for y'all and for me to enjoy for many time to come. I want everyone to be able to see these cards as if they were holding them themselves. And if you want to donate to help with that, I'm going to have some donate links below in the description. But even just like a comment to help me find something better that doesn't like do it, this one, you know, it's good, but I feel like it could be better. There's a Chocobo chick. It's a cute, you know, we already went over how cute it is. And you can pay 1, tap it, choose a fire backup, and activate it. So you can potentially get 2 uses out of something kind of like this. Tap, choose a category 13 forward you control. It gains 1,000 until end of turn. So you could use these in conjunction to potentially do some sneaky things. And then this is Lebro, by the way, 13. Here we have Saz. And whenever he enters, you may search for a fire summon and add it to your hand. Bahamut. Really cool looking Bahamut 13. If you control 3 or more category 13 characters, the cost required to cast this is reduced by 3. So you could potentially get this for free if you have a Fang out and a bunch of other. Okay, anyway. Choose one forward, deal it 10k. If it is put from the field into the break zone, remove it from game instead. For Magic players, that's Exile. Brynhildr. This is also EX Burst summon. That's pretty cool. So if you take damage and flip it, you can use it. It deals 5,000 damage when it's put from the field into the break zone this turn. You draw a card. It's really nice. Here's Sid Reigns. Really cool looking guy here. Whenever he enters the field, choose one forward. Okay. Uh, Whenever it enters, choose a forward that costs 4 or less and opponent controls and break it. If you have 3 damage, it gets 1k in first strike. If you have 5 damage, when it attacks, you can just break something your opponent controls. You get 3 of those. Here's a Noel for the people who want to say it as if it had the 2 little things over uh, the E. Uh, I think it's the E. It might be the O. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a hasty 2-drop. When it attacks until end of turn, it gains 1k for each 13 character you control. That could get pretty crazy considering how the deck is built. Because backups also count as characters. So whenever a forward and opponent control leaves, choose a forward and dull it so you can blow your stuff up, set a bunch of stuff down. Here's a Hope. Very cute art on that. Really like the art on that. If you control 5 or more Category 13 characters, this gains 1,000 power, and whenever this enters, select one of the 2 following actions. Search for one Category 13 forward and add it to your hand. Choose one active forward until end of turn. It loses 1,000 power for each Category 13. Okay. So you could either tutor something out or blow something up. I like it. Anima. This is the like big machine thing at the end, if I remember right. Falsai. I don't remember how to say all this stuff. It's been 10 years? More than that? Geez, more than that? 10 years ago was 15. No, 15. We got 2 years. 8 years ago was that. Ugh. Time, man. Time, I tell you. Anyway, Anima is an 8k for 4 whenever a forward or opponent controls is put from the field into the break zone. Choose a forward and dull it, so he can also shut stuff down. And for 0 mana, you can choose a forward they control and deal it 2k, but you can only do this once. So it could just like suck the life out of something. Mackie, so Nora, you can pay a lightning, tap it, choose an attacking lightning forward, and give it first strike. That's pretty cool. Yeah, lots of good aggressive blow up stuff in the purple here. And so whenever this one enters, you may search for one Category 13 forward, add to your hand. It's a solid tutor. You get 3 of those. This is a cute knight from 5. Very cute. You tap it, put it into the break zone, choose one active forward, deal 4k. Nice. And then if you received a point of damage, deal 8k. So you can use that potentially out of turn. You get 3 of those. Here is a super cool Odin. You get to choose one forward to cost 2 or less and break it, then draw a card. That is a really nice EX burst. Odin usually blows up stuff like that. Like it's just he'll EX burst, blow something up, whatever. It's Odin things, you know, war god stuff. Now we're gonna get into the expansion deck, go over that, show you the cards in that. It's probably pretty cool. Talk about them a little bit. These are supposed to be the ice ones that can help set up a wall and just sort of like block out your opponent's value. That was definitely a good stack of blow up stuff and do do mean removal things and then just swarm the field. I really like that. But here's all the ice stuff. So this is Snow, an 8k 4-drop. If you control a card named Lightning, Snow and the card Lightning both cannot be chosen by your opponent's summons. That's really nice. Whenever he enters, you can either make an opponent discard or choose up to 3 characters. You control a card named Sarah, dull them, and freeze them. That's good. And then here's Sarah. Whenever she enters, you may search for one card named Mog from 13-2 of cost 1 and add it to your hand. Whenever a Moogle enters, choose 2 characters, dull or activate them, either of your choice. This effect can only be used once per turn, and then you can discard and tap her to choose a forward and deal it 8k. So that's pretty good. And here's that Mog 13 too. A card named Sarah you control cannot be chosen by your opponent's summons or abilities. You can pay 0, choose a Category 13 forward. It gains 2,000 power until end of turn. You can only use this once per turn. It's pretty good. So he's got a little boost up thing. Here we have Orphan from, this is a monster. Well, no, it's a forward. I don't know, crazy. It's got an EX burst on it. It's a 5-drop 8K. Whenever your opponent discards one or more cards due to your summons or abilities, choose one forward your opponent controls, dull it at the beginning of the attack phase during each of your opponent's at the beginning of the attack phase during each of your turns, your opponent discards a card. So that's, yeah, really good shutdown stuff. I like it. Jahil Nabat. If a forward you control is dealt damage by a backup, the damage becomes 0 instead. Okay, cool. So it turns off backup interaction for explosions. That's actually pretty valuable for red ones. UL, you can pay an ice and tap her to put it into the break zone as the cost to search for a forward and put it on top of your deck so you can tutor something to the top. I'd rather tutor it out than tutor it to the top. Tutoring it to the top can have its advantages, though. This is a Bard. Here we have a Bard. You can tap an ice, tap the Bard, put it in your break zone, choose a forward, dull it, and freeze it. You can just turn the opponent's stuff off. Here we have Shiva. It's a really cool looking Shiva from Type 0. Very, very like goth, punk sort of style. You can choose one of the two following actions. Whenever you use this summon, you can either dull a forward to cost 2 or less, break it, and make your opponent discard, or choose a forward. If it deals damage other than battle damage to a forward this turn, the damage becomes 0. So you can either protect or shut down opponent stuff. Ooh, this is a cool lightning card. Check that out. That's really cool. Whenever this enters the battlefield, choose up to 2 forwards opponent controls or forwards in your break zone. Remove them. Whenever this leaves, return each card removed by this ability to hand. That is pretty good. So you can either shut stuff down or potentially get some of your stuff back. You got 3 of those. I really like that. These are more lightning cards, by the way. Like, not lightning, but like lightning. Anyway, Kanakamui, put this into the break zone. Choose a forward. It loses 7k until end of turn. If you have 5 damage or more, you can put this into the break zone, and that damage becomes 9k instead. Then we have another Odin. This one looks a little more hardcore here. You choose one of the 2 following actions. Choose a forward to cost 2 or less. Break it. Choose a forward to cost 4 or less. If you have received a point of damage this turn, break it. Oh, that's really cool. I love always seeing, like, when I find the artist's signature on the, like, in the art piece on the card. I think that's really cool. It's one of my favorite things. Anyway, yeah, that's some pretty solid removal. Pretty solid removal. Especially if they try to get in with something low, then you drop that summon and can break a big guy because you took the point of damage. All right. Anyway, Bahamut. This is another Bahamut. Choose up to 2 forwards your opponent controls. Deal them 10,000 damage. If they are moved into the break zone, exile them. So it is expensive, but wow, that can be good. Oh, and here we have a Dodge. The card named Saz you control cannot be chosen by your opponent's summons or abilities. So this cute backup here protects your Sazes. Jet Bahamut, Winged Chaos. This one's a forward. Really good stuff. Whenever this enters the field, choose a forward. Deal it 5,000 damage. If it is put from the field into the break zone, remove it instead. And if you have damage 3, you choose either a Garnet Bahamut or Amber Bahamut in your break zone and play it onto the field. Okay, I'm guessing there's some of those behind that. Yeah, look, Garnet Bahamut. If a Winged Chaos job deals damage to a forward, it increases by 3k. When Garnet Bahamut is put from the field into the break zone, you can search for a Jet or Amber and add it to hand. So they all kind of can like tutor each other out in ways. And then Amber Bahamut, another really good one. If Wing Chaos is dealt damage by a forward, reduce it by 2k. So they all sort of like help each other out. One blows stuff up, one increases damage dealt, one decreases damage taken, pretty much. And whenever this is put from the field in the graveyard, you can tutor one of the other ones and add it to your hand. So then we have Barthendelis. Whenever this enters, choose up to 2. Sorry, I'm trying to get it focused on the camera. I realized I was a little low there. Choose up to 2 forwards your opponent controls. Deal each of them damage equal to its power minus 2,000. At the end of each of your opponent's turn, dull and freeze all active backups. Oh, that's sick. And then here's another one of them lightnings from the beginning. It's just not a like crazy pretty foil one, so you can actually see that art really nice. But yeah, that's it. That seems like a solid alt stack of freezy, just like kind of extra mean stuff. So we got the whole deck there. You know, it's a lot of cards. It's a whole stack of cards. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments below, or if I need to improve and you didn't like it, let me know in the comments below. That'd be cool. Hope you enjoyed it overall, though. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a good one.